You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. When Novak Djokovic suggested one radical change to the sport, Coco Gauff froze, the tennis world gasped, and fans realized the future of tennis might never be the same again. Fully rewritten, USA-style narration, no copyright issues. Novak Djokovic has never been afraid of shaking up tradition. He is not just a 24-time Grand Slam champion or one of the greatest athletes of all time. He is a thinker, a disruptor, and a man who has always believed that tennis must evolve to survive in a new generation. Over the years, Djokovic has spoken passionately about improving scheduling, prize money, player treatment, and the entertainment value of the sport. But earlier this year, he took things one step further, and the reaction was immediate, loud, and surprisingly emotional, especially from rising American superstar Coco Gauff. This is the story of the idea that Djokovic proposed, the idea that shocked Gauff, and the idea that could change the future of tennis forever. Djokovic praises Danielle Collins, and then drops a bombshell. It began with a simple question from reporters. Danielle Collins had a fiery exchange with hecklers during the Australian Open. Some fans loved it. Some hated it. But Djokovic, he admired the emotion. Speaking to the press, the Serbian star smiled and said, "I loved it." But then, in classic Djokovic fashion, he didn't stop there. He expanded the conversation to something much bigger than one player's reaction. Djokovic began questioning whether tennis had fallen behind other sports, and whether the sport should embrace a more modern, more entertainment-focused approach. Here's what he said next, and this is the line that sent shockwaves through the tennis world. "We have been behind other sports with changes and trying to keep up with the evolution of society. The new generation doesn't have a long attention span." He wasn't wrong. Today's audience is fast-moving, digital, always scrolling. Sports are competing not just with each other, but with TikTok, streaming platforms, Netflix, and video games. Djokovic saw this. And then he proposed something no one expected. Djokovic's big suggestion: Super Bowl-style entertainment. Djokovic asked a question that stunned both journalists and players. For example, why wouldn't we consider doing something between sets, like the Super Bowl or the NBA? Wait, what? Was Novak Djokovic, the same man who has spent nearly 2 decades mastering traditional tennis, suggesting halftime shows? Yes. He went further. During NBA timeouts, they have dancers, entertainment, all sorts of things. I wouldn't have a problem with that. It would bring fun and entertainment to tennis, which is very traditional and conservative. A tennis halftime show, dancers, entertainment segments in the middle of matches. This wasn't just a tweak. This was a total cultural shift. Djokovic laughed lightly as he ended his answer with, "I'm up for it. Maybe gradual changes. Dancers first. Dancers. Between sets. At Wimbledon. At the French Open. At the Australian Open." Imagine that. And while many fans were still processing this wild suggestion, Coco Gauff was asked what she thought. And her reaction said everything. Coco Gauff's honest reaction: "Wait. What?" When reporters read Djokovic's comments to Coco Gauff, she needed a moment. She paused. She blinked. She tried to picture it, dancers during a 1-minute changeover, and then she responded with a mixture of confusion and disbelief. "I mean, it's only a minute of the changeover, so I don't really." She stopped mid-sentence, because the idea simply didn't make sense to her. She continued, "I mean, it's a great suggestion if we had a real halftime, like those sports do." Gauff wasn't dismissing Djokovic. She respects him deeply. But she was clearly processing an idea that sounded far more suited for football or basketball than for the tennis court. Her face said it all. Djokovic's idea wasn't just bold, it was shocking. Why this idea rocked the tennis community. Djokovic's proposal ignited debate instantly across tennis fans, media outlets, and social platforms. Traditionalists were horrified. They argued that tennis is a gentleman's sport. The silence is sacred. Changeovers are for water and strategy, not entertainment. Wimbledon would never allow anything like this. Younger fans, especially Gen Z, were intrigued. They felt tennis is slower than other sports. Entertainment boosts engagement. New elements could grow the audience. Athletes deserve cultural evolution just like the NBA or NFL. And then there was a third group. People who believed Djokovic was simply ahead of his time, that tennis must evolve or risk fading behind faster, more dynamic sports. The real issue, attention span and the future of tennis. Djokovic wasn't talking about dancers for the sake of dancers. He was talking about survival. He understands the numbers. He sees how TV ratings are declining. Young fans prefer shorter formats. Tennis matches can last 4 hours. Social media demands quick highlights, not slow build-ups. Other sports have already changed. The NBA uses entertainment every time out. The NFL Super Bowl halftime is a global event. Soccer added VAR and extra stoppage time. Baseball instituted a pitch clock. Cricket created T20, reducing games from 8 hours to 3. Tennis, meanwhile, still looks largely the same as it did decades ago. Djokovic believes small changes, even entertainment breaks, could bring in a new generation of fans. Whether he's right or wrong, he is at least asking the questions others avoid. Novak Djokovic has built a career on challenging limits, breaking barriers, and rewriting history. When he suggested that tennis considers Super Bowl-style entertainment between sets, it shocked Coco Gauff, and it shocked millions of fans around the world. But maybe that was the point. Djokovic isn't afraid of discomfort. He isn't afraid of controversy. He isn't afraid to push tennis toward a future many fans cannot yet imagine. And whether you love his idea or hate it, one thing is certain: Novak Djokovic just opened the door to a conversation the tennis world can no longer ignore. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.